First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Hyde. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
No, Roger.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum escapes the defender. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, Keenum. Trying to lay one up deep. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Chris Long. On play action, Cousins.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins now from the 50. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jake Butt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Okay, we're good.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. First down, a run with Hyde. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he's got Rodgers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Leave it. Ringo, 48.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down, Cousins.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Keenum to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Cousins now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Keenum. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Coney Ely in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Keenum now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. David Emerson able to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to fourth down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. To return it is Corey Grant. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go. All right. Go, doctor. Hey, Mike's right. Hey, 52. All right, we're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Let's go. Hey, 52. All right, we're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely to start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all back inside the 20. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. That's right, running in with Janovich, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. David Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run forward with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Caught left side, Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Here's Carr to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back now in the East Bay. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carr to throw again. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll get it up the middle. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put...
That is caught by Williams for an Oakland touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Darian Conley, the one to bring him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darian Conley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. Left side caught by Matthews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He finds Humphries. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And this will be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Hammond. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they